Hello everyone. I'm so excited. So I haven't ordered DoorDash in a while. So yesterday they sent me an email. And it said 50% off your next two orders. So I guess that's what DoorDash does if you don't order for a while. I have not ordered from my favorite pizza place via DoorDash since January. Grubhub, before they made that change where they increased the prices at this place, last time I ordered from there was March, and then I think May I ordered via Uber Eats because they had a 50% off. I got my pizza from my favorite pizza place. I'm so excited. I miss the taste so much. I did get 50% off up to $15. So let me tell you, if I was to order a large pizza with pepperoni and mushrooms from my favorite pizza place with a tip, all but $35. So I just don't do it anymore. So I paid today, since I got 50% off, $21.40, and that was including the tip. And I'm so excited. It's almost 7 p.m. I am starving. I haven't eaten anything all day. I'm going to have my daily Fanta with you all. My daily Fanta. So how are you guys today? I hope that you all are doing well. All right, let's give you guys a close-up of this pizza and then let's eat. I'm hungry. I didn't open it yet. Oh, yes. Yes. There we go. This is a large pizza, my favorite pizza place, with mushroom and pepperoni. Let's give this a try. I'm so excited. I'm going to end up knocking this over. Cheers. Mmm. Guys, I don't know what it is, but their pizza is just, it's a 15 out of 10. The ingredients just taste, they're flavorful. They're so flavorful. I love the crust. Their cheese is flavorful. Their sauce is so flavorful. Oh, the mushrooms are even good. The pepperoni has a tiny little hint of heat, but they're flavorful, like they have taste. And so many, I've been trying other pizza places here and there that are cheaper. I think I've tried a couple with you all, and they're okay, but it's not this. The crust bottom it's soft, but you got that little crispiness on the outside. So good. You know how sometimes when you eat a pizza and you can actually taste the cheese, like taste what the cheese tastes like. Sometimes you'll order a pizza from some place, the cheese has no flavor. This is just full of flavor. Mmm, delicious. Love. Hands down, favorite pizza place. It's just, I haven't been able to order it much because I still have no job. Well, I mean, I do the pets thing, but like I mentioned before, that's not a full-time job. Now, if I was working a full-time job, yes, I would order DoorDash and stuff more often. But mm. So thank you, DoorDash, for giving me 50% off. But that's the reason I haven't been doing many eating videos, because I don't order out. The last time I used a food delivery app was with the seafood boil. And that was like a month ago. What's today? Today is July 18th, so it was about a month ago. Was the last time. I mean, heck, even McDonald's, just to get like something small. By the time you get the tip on there, remember when I used to say I like to keep it like under 20 bucks? Not no more, not even with McDonald's. It's impossible. Like, you're still looking with after the tip, you're still looking at almost 25 bucks now. And I'm just like, I can't do it. Like, I'll add stuff to my cart, and then I go to check out, and I'm just like, I can't. Can't. So those of you that like watching my eating videos, that's why. It's only because I haven't been ordering out. And the meals I make at home are probably boring to watch me eat them. Because a lot of times I'll make a meal that I can eat for a couple of days, so I'll just reheat it. Now, I do record the new ones, the new cooking videos that I make for you all, I record. But this past week, I made that bacon cabbage bake again. So I was eating that for a couple days. That is so good too, you guys. Even their crust has flavor. So I had the 18-year-old pup. Well, she'll be 18 in a couple weeks. I had her this whole week, Monday until this morning. She went home this morning. Don't know how. I mean, she will still want to play, but her back legs, especially her one, and her left back paw, it'll fold under at times. And I'm so, like, I've been watching her for like 3 years. I'm gonna be sad when it's her time to go to the Rainbow Bridge. I watch her almost every week. There might be like a week out of the month that I don't, but and then months ago I had someone, I've watched their dogs here and there for probably, oh wow, 8 years? Probably 8 years. And they're both labs, they're black labs. The one has seizures. He's never had a seizure with me, and he's on medication. I'm talking like 15 pills a day, like throughout the day. Well, he's scheduled next week, like 7 or 8 days, months ago. So he texted me. He texted me a couple days ago. We went over everything, anything that's new since the last time I watched him, the price, blah, blah, blah. The next day, he texts me and says the dog had a seizure, so now his girlfriend is going to stay home with the dogs. It's not the first time he's done that, and it kind of, so anyways, I blocked him. I did have him blocked previously, but he must have got a new phone and had my number, so it came through when he booked this one a couple months ago. But I can't be playing those games, man. I've watched, that the dog has had seizures for years. I've watched him previously. I'm not new to watching dogs that have seizures. So it kind of makes me mad because this is my busy time of year, and to cancel 2 days before the dogs are supposed to be dropped off, like, so now I'm out over 600 bucks. Now I'm hoping the 18-year-old, or almost 18, will be here. Maybe he'll get called into work, and then because that's why I watch her a lot, because he travels a lot for work. But I mean, if he doesn't ask me for next week if he has to work, I'm out that money, you know? So I don't know. It's not the first time that they've done that. So I'm like, I'm done. I can't be wasting my time because now I'm out that money. It's not the first time you've done that. And like I said, it was booked months ago, so I could have had someone booked, you know, but not many people are going to book me within 2 days, 2 days notice, except for the almost 18-year-old pup. He does. So that stinks. I almost, I almost placed an Amazon order and a Walmart order, and I'm so glad I didn't because, whew, that would not have been good. I almost did it because I was thinking I was going to get that money, you know, on Monday. Mmm, delicious. Mwah. Love, love, love. Oh my goodness, you guys. Do you remember when I told you about that groundhog and how, in my development, that one of the neighbors said was rabbit, and then a police officer came, got it with one of those pole nooses, and then shot it right down the street? Well, remember I told you I was checking the county website, and prior to me knowing this now, I think there was, I would have to go back and watch my video. I don't remember. I think there was 3 cases of rabies in my county. If you watch that video and you know, you can let me know. I think it was just like 1 or 2, no, I think it was 2 raccoons and 1 cattle, if I remember correctly. Or was it a fox? I don't remember. Anyway, so it was a little bit after I told you all about that, maybe a week, something like that. Because I was checking the county website pretty frequently. So I checked it the one day, and there was a groundhog in my county with rabies. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I wonder if it probably was, you know? And now I checked it just a few days ago again, and now there's a bat. So, and I did not even know this either. So if I had to guess, the groundhog was probably the one from my neighborhood. But there is a such thing, not all rabies, if you get rabies, not all the symptoms are like the ferocious kind. There's one that's called like dumb rabies, or I think it's paralytic or something like that, where it was symptoms of what that groundhog was showing in my development. So yes, you know, I was just like, I don't think that groundhog has rabies. It's not showing. He didn't have the signs and symptoms of the rabies that I'm used to seeing, like in videos and stuff, I should say. But no, there is something called I think it's paralytic / dumb rabies that produces the signs and symptoms that groundhog was having. That's crazy. Never knew that. Thankfully, I think I mentioned that tipped ear cat. There's a cat in my neighborhood that has a tipped ear. I'm pretty sure it's a male. And I was so worried because I hadn't seen him, but he's been coming around. He's pretty much here every day. In the winter, he was coming in the morning and then before the sun went down. But now that it's summer, he comes more in the evening, close to sundown, or he'll wait until like 10 or 11 p.m. and I go down there and check one more time, and he'll be sitting out there. I'm like, You're lucky I came down to check because I was going to get ready to go to bed. So I don't know how old he is or how many rabies vaccines he's gotten, but we know he at least had one because his ear is tipped and he's neutered. Mm-mm-mm. Even their mushrooms have flavor. They're like a slight bit pickled and they're delicious. Now there is a positive. I will have those two, I usually say wild dogs. I will have them in August for like I think 12 days. So that'll be nice. That'll be much needed. I think it's 12 days or 13, something like that. Love, 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 love. Oh my goodness, yesterday, my daughter was in her room and I went over, I forget what I asked her. And anyway, I was turning around, walking into my room, and I just like put my hand under my shirt. I don't know if it was like an itch or what. And I felt something on me, and I knew right away it was a freaking tick. And I lifted up my shirt, and it was a tick, and I'm screaming. I'm like, ah! I was screaming like a little baby. I hate those things. It was like right here on my fat side of my stomach. It knew right where to go for major blood supply. A freaking tick. It was not engorged. I think that's the second one I've had so far this year. The first one I had was on my head. Oh, it's from when I have dogs here and I walk them. The weird thing is, I have no idea when it got on me. It couldn't have been on very long. My daughter got it out off of me pretty easily. But it's so weird that you cannot feel them crawling on you. I think it was a deer tick, not like a Lone Star tick. Although we have those Lone Star ticks here now, but it wasn't one of those. If I would get bit by, I think it's the Lone Star tick, where you become allergic to meat. Is it red meat? I think. Oh, that would be hell. I'm sorry. That would be. Oh my. Like, does it go away? Or are you allergic to meat for the rest of your life? Oh, I could not deal with that. Mm-mm. That's horrible. That is a travesty. That is horrible. But I could not believe that tick was on me. Like, when did you get on me? I was screaming, and the neighbors probably heard me. I was jumping, screaming, get it off me. When I almost placed my Walmart order the other day, I was going to they have their Coca Cola on sale. A 24 pack was on sale for like under $10. So, of course, what do? I look for the Coca Cola Cherry Float 24 pack, and it was like almost $13. But all the other Coca Cola 24 packs were under 10. I'm like, just because it's the cherry float one, the popular one. But I was like, no. And I didn't add it to my cart because no, that's not right. Feel a piece of hair on me. That's not right. Just because it's the cherry float one. Oh, there's a piece. Okay, there's a piece. I'm gonna grab another piece of pizza or two, and there's a hair on me. My fingers are greasy, so give me 1 second. Back in business. But yeah, that darn tick. Armani was right there in the little cubby. He's still there. And Samara is probably under the couch. Oh, so in the, I think it was my most recent video, or the one before that, my eating video, I mentioned about Honey, how I had to put her back in the bathroom. Well, what I've been doing for about 3 weeks maybe is Honey goes in the bathroom, back into the master bathroom around 8, 9 o'clock p.m. And then the next morning around 8, usually around 8 a.m., I leave her back out. That way, Samara comes up and sleeps with me again. But during the daytime, if I'm upstairs and Samara's really hungry, she'll come up on my bed. I don't let Honey up on my bed anymore, at least not right now, because then Samara is too scared to come up on my bed. But Honey can go anywhere in my bedroom, anywhere in the hallway. She can come down here if she wants. But and Honey is a cat that is, she really, really likes routine. So now she's so used to what we do. We're like usually around 8, when it starts getting dark, she's ready to go back into the bathroom. And she'll meow, and then I go in there and I spend time with her. Pet her and all that stuff before I leave. And I tell her it's time for night night. I see you in the morning. So we've been doing that, and there has been no issues, except, and it wasn't with Samara, it was with Armani. If she comes down here, sometimes Armani will chase her back upstairs. It was like maybe 3 days ago. I don't even know what happened because I didn't see it, but I just heard it. And I think Armani went into my master bathroom, and maybe Honey went in. So they had like a little screaming match slightly until I interrupted it and I started screaming, and then they both went their separate ways. But that's the only thing. None of them were hurt. It was more of a screaming match. But so far, Honey has not chased, if Samara or Armani come into my room, she hasn't chased them out of my room. I think what happened recently with Armani and her, if I had to guess, that's what happened. But Armani, he's starting to stand his ground to her. So especially if she comes down, sometimes he'll chase her back up, and she runs. Her little chubby self. But so far so good doing it that way. Because that was just not fair to Samara. Mm-mm. What I've also been doing with Samara, because y'all know I had to switch her to just all dry food, which I hate doing. Although I do cook chicken for her now. I do a chicken breast in the crock pot and then grind it really fine in my food processor, and she likes that. But I make sure she gets 5/8 of a cup of the Hill's sensitive skin and stomach dry food. So I make sure she gets that each day. But I do give her some chicken as well, so she likes that. But what was happening is I would put the dry food on her plate, and she's like a vacuum eater. So she just shoved too much in her mouth and she would puke. It was getting to where she was puking and her food, it was like all full pieces. So I'm like, girl, so you know what I do? I've been doing this for about 3 weeks as well. When she eats, I don't give her the chicken every single meal. So when I give her dry food, I give her piece by piece. Like what? And she wakes me up in the middle of the night, almost like Sebastian, like what Sebastian used to do. Because I'm scared. I don't want her to puke, so I give her like 45 pieces each time, and she'll wake me up in the middle of the night twice, 2 different times, usually like 3-4 hours apart. And then Armani comes and jumps on my bed, and he wants some of his again, so I give some to him. And it's like usually like 2 o'clock in the morning, and then she'll try again like 5-6 o'clock in the morning. So I'm doing piece by piece on her plate, counting in my head. Mmm. Delicious. This made me very happy, having a pizza from my favorite pizza place. This made my day. Thank you, DoorDash, seriously. I appreciate that 50% off. Mm-mm-mm. When the dog went home today, well, as soon as the dog leaves, I get all the cat's toys back out. Because I can't, when the dog's here, I can't keep the toys out. So I just throw them all, throw a little bit everywhere. They're all still sleeping. Y'all can't even see the TV. Has it been white this whole time? I didn't even look. Oh my goodness. Might have changed the setting. Let me see. I was gonna mess with it, but if it's been like that the whole time. It's actually a beach background, but obviously not. It looks all white, but when I turn around, I can see it. I'm gonna change one of the settings. One of the color settings. That's what happened before. Sorry about that. I've just been blabbing away and just now noticed that. I even eat their crust. I used to never eat pizza crust. Except on like a frozen pizza. But especially like on this kind of pizza, I used to never, but I will on my favorite pizza place's pizza. Mm-hmm. Woo! Starting to get stuffed. But that's about all that's been going on with me. I was thinking, back in the day, when I first started my YouTube, I used to record. I think I did live, maybe not all the time. I don't remember. Don't quote me on that. But I used to do videos where I would record myself making the dinner or cooking video, whatever. And then afterwards, I would start a new either video or live stream, whichever I did. And then I would eat it for those that like eating videos or eating shows. Well, a lot of people said those videos were too long for a recipe. So I changed it to how I do it now. When I do a recipe / cooking video, I just pretty much do the process. So now it makes those videos a lot shorter. But I'm just wondering, do you all prefer it that way, or do you prefer if I was in them? The only thing is, if I was in the videos, the way this kitchen is set up, I don't have anywhere to put you all where you could see me from the front at my stove. Or do you like the straight to the point cooking videos / recipe videos? I was wondering that the other day. I'm like, yes, I have over 1,000 subscribers now. Thank you all so much. But I'm still not monetized. But I not monetized as far as ads go, because I still don't have the watch hours yet. I think I checked it today and I was at like 2,300, and I think you need 4,000. So I'm like, well, maybe if I did live streams cooking, but then I would have to get one of those like portable devices that you could cook on, and maybe put it on my area of my counter. Now, if I use the oven, yeah, I could use my oven. But cooking wise, you all wouldn't be able to see me the way this kitchen is set up. But I would really like to try to get to the 4,000 watch hours, because that would definitely help. Or, I mean, I could do live streams, but if I'm not sure how to do a live stream if I'm not really eating anything or cooking. You know what I mean? I could potentially do some cleaning videos. I think I did a couple in the past. Not here though, I don't think. Just some thoughts that were going through my head. Did you all see a couple of the news stations making a big deal of the navy blue angel that got a little bit too low in Florida a few days ago? I think it was number 3. I would have been in heaven, and they went that low. I'd be like, yes. I'm sure the fans loved it. Definitely stuff now. But 11 out of 10. Don't know how they do it, but whatever their recipe is for their crust and their sauce, top notch, in my opinion. I'm actually surprised Armani and Samara didn't wake up yet. Probably about hungry soon. Still can't believe that TV was like that this whole time. And I just noticed it not too long ago. Sorry about that. Shows how much I pay attention to the background. Oh my, this is another long video. Lord. I try to eat fast. This was a pizza even, and I'm still long. Getting there. My plants on my deck are doing well. Most of them. The marigolds are all doing well. The one bell pepper plant is off to a slow start, but all the rest of them are doing pretty well. My one tomato plant is really, really big. but they're all doing well. Tomato plants are producing fruit. They're just not bred yet. But yeah, that's about it. And I'm done. I am stuffed. Love me a Fanta. They're still less than $6 at one Walmart. At least in my area. Woo! That was delicious. I'm very, very satisfied because it's been a while since I had my favorite pizza place. You have to remember, for years, I would order at least once a week. At least. But now I was working. So yeah, I've missed ordering there weekly. They probably wonder why they know me. They know me. So they're probably like, does she not love us anymore? Oh yes, I do. Oh yes, I do. But anyway, that is all I have for you guys today. This video is already long. I hope that y'all enjoy this video, and I hope y'all have a great day and a great rest of your week, and I will see you on the next one. Bye everyone.